I kind of like figured out sly ways to like get people to start changing the subject to maybe a challenge pack or something. Like I'll be like, what are you doing this summer? And then they can tell me what they're doing. And then I'd be like, well, I'm coaching. And they'd be like, oh, what team are you coaching for? What sport are you coaching? And I'd be like, well, I'm actually a beach body coach. So I'm like kind of keeping the system a little bit. So, like that like creates conversation. Creating events like and like adding people to it and inviting people to it has like really, really worked out very well, because then like then I can message people and be like, oh, I invited you to this thing, like just check it out, instead of being like, hey, are you interested in this? I don't know, it's just the wording's different. It's
so
like,
are you saying like for your challenge groups, free groups, both, you're like inviting them first and then going back and saying, hey, like this random thing that popped up, like I think it would be really good for you or whatever? She frozen?
It looks like it.
Sorry, you're
okay, I'm back.
You're back.
Like I don't know what you said, but I mean like, yeah, when I have challenge groups, like either the free or the challenge, the actual challenge groups, like inviting them into the event and then messaging them like, hey, I added you to this, like, are you interested?
Mm-hmm.
That works better than being like, hey, are you, I don't know, like bring it up like random, like there's like a little like step in between, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yep. Where you going?
They all say hi. He says hi.
Yeah, well, that it just makes a conversation easier to have about it, right? Because you're like, oh, by the way, like this thing, segue into it. That's
right. So I guess I'm like better at like segueing into invites.
Okay, so you invite them to your event, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then you talk to them about it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And I did it all on the same night. So like, and I posted my ad about it the same night too. So it's like they see it like on my timeline a few times. So they should be a little bit familiar with what I'm talking about.
Right. And I really liked what you did, Han. You posted an Instagram story of your picture.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool. And I don't know if did you get anyone like from that?
Yeah, I got like 4 people.
See, that's awesome. Like I was like, yes, that's gold. Did you see that, Amanda?
I don't know. I probably did, but
it was like her like not stock photo, but like the Hannah Foundation like stock, you know, like her like picture that she made on like, what do you make it on? PicMonkey?
Photar, which is like another thing of PicMonkey. It's like Fotor.
Okay. She like posted that actual picture, or like a picture of it on her computer on her Instagram story, and was like, direct message me, and like drew an arrow to.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, and I was like, that's you got 4 people, which is awesome. I need to check out that app because I'm not loving PicMonkey anymore. So Photor.
Yes, Fotor.
Okay.
I like that one.
Awesome. Okay, so that's great that that's been working for you. I think those are some really key points, especially like patience. And I think patience with yourself comes first, because having those natural invites, there are like ways to do it, like inviting people to the events first and building a relationship. Those are key, but it's also like you get better with it the more you do it. Having patience with yourself, you know, because it's going to get easier every time. And every time someone says no, you're going to know like what to say to them next time. Maybe you said something awkwardly or like whatever, you know what I mean? So that patience with yourself too. I like that you said it like that. And then events, I think that's a good kind of segue into asking people. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Amanda, what's been working for you this month?
I like that idea. So I think that one of the biggest things was doing that free challenge group. That's like my first one that I actually did, and really, it like actually went really well. But
is that the water one?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to do that again on starting the 5th. And I've kind of have already been like talking to people, and actually one of the girls that was in it last time, I was talking to her today about it again, and she was like, I want to talk to you about Shakeology and like that type of stuff. So now we're like into that, that segment. So I'm talking to like her. You guys remember Tabby? Hannah, I don't think you do, because she was there before you.
I've invited her a couple times, so that would be awesome if you got her on.
Yeah, she wants to do on demand. So, and Shakeology. So that's another one. And then I'm talking to another girl, and she kind of has like anxiety problems and depression problems, kind of like how I've gone through it. So I've been kind of using that, not using that, but like telling her how like it's helped me.
Yeah,
so I told her about the March challenge. That's the girl I was talking about, that I told her a little bit that we're having one, and I'll give her more information when we know more about it. But I actually talked to her today about the water challenge, and I was like, it's free. Like, this will give you like kind of an idea of what it's going to be like if you're interested. And she's like, oh, absolutely. So I think that will be good for her to see that. And then I'm still going to talk to her about doing the challenge group in March.
That's awesome. And it's just like, that's something, and that's been working for you. I like that you said, you're getting people into your free groups, and it's so important. And I think, Hannah, you're doing the same thing, to have your groups at the beginning of the month, because then it's, again, an easier segue into, look, like, I know you liked the accountability of this group that we did, whether it's water, abs and legs and arms, or whatever yours is, Hannah, or like cleaning, like whatever it is. It's accountability at the end of the day to better themselves in some way. So when you can segue that in, it's perfect. And my mindset, what's been working for me a little bit this month, is kind of patience with myself and patience with other people, not being like, buy this because that's great for you. Like, you know what I mean? I have the best intentions, but like some people just aren't ready yet, and they have to go through it on their own journey at their own time. So I'm like, why am I going to try to feel like I'm pushing people into a challenge group when I have the beginning of the month to get them into something that's free, So really get them into feeling like I value them, I value their goals, I value their financial situation sometimes, and I'm listening. It's having a conversation and taking what you have talked to them about and actually applying it to, okay, now I'm inviting you because I know you're hard up on finances, so I'm going to invite you to this free group, and then have you see the value in it, and hopefully you see the value in yourself and taking the time that you'll be into it as well.
I think it's really important to I was going to say what you're going to say, but like, I was agreeing with the fact that you're like, it's important to know like where they come from and like remember the conversations you've had before, because if you start talking about something, one, you've asked a question you've already asked, or like you look silly. It's like you look like you're just literally just trying to sell them something. It's like so much more important to like remember what they've said and like show that you care. Because people are going to pick up that on an authenticity, whatever that word is.
Authentication.
Authenticity.
Authenticity.
Yeah. They're
gonna try.
They're gonna see that so fast. Colin's shaking his head.
At least you can hear me trying to stumble over it too. That's really good. Absolutely. And something else, going off of that, Hannah, and kind of being patient as well with what you said, is like when people are like, hey, thanks for asking, but I'm already doing my own fitness thing. Like, I've been getting that a lot this month. People are like, I'm already in like a really good fitness groove. And instead of being like, I'm like, you know what? I'm so happy for you. Like, what are you doing? And I ask them, and I'm like, are you going to the gym? Are you doing classes? And not to like persuade them to do Beachbody, but just, again, to like build a relationship. Maybe one day their routine that's working now isn't going to work for them anymore. You know what I mean? And then it's going to be another connection with me, or maybe it's not, and whatever. Like, I found out about a cool new thing going on that I, know about now, so just being actually caring about the person you're talking to, and not looking at them like a sale or a challenge pack or a Success Club point, but looking at them like you're a person, like you are a person, and I want to help you, so that's been working for me this month. And I just, patience.
Another thing, well, maybe you both might have some like suggestions on this, but sometimes I'll get someone like super into it. Like, yes, I want to do this. I want to get this. Like, just tell me what I need to do. And then like, I ask them questions like, well, before like you order, like, can I like know your fitness goals, yada, yada, yada. And then they go MIA. It's like they ghosted me. Like, I see you're on Facebook. I see you liking my stuff. Like, hello. And then, I always say like, well, I'm here for you when you're ready. And then like, I see they read it, and then they're still not there. And then like 3 weeks later, oh, okay, I'm ready. And then I try it again. This happened 3 times. I go with them again. Still no response. 3 times this month. And I'm just like, is it me? Are they like, I don't know.
No, it's not you. It's people are on their own journey. And that's what I'm having patience with too. It's like, you know what? My thing is, and I don't know how you guys track if you do like who you're talking to, but I am like OCD about it because I can't stand like losing someone and like forgetting to like follow up with them. So, like I have spreadsheets, and Amanda, I don't know if you've watched my like how to organize stuff, but there's a video in the team page in the files that I can send you the link if you want me to, about like how I organize who I talk to. And
was that the Google Doc thingy?
Yeah.
I looked at that. I watched that one.
I've done that since like day one, and it's been a lifesaver for me because, Hannah, when I have people ghost me, I put like no response or whatever the date, and then if I really have someone that hasn't gotten back to me and I've checked in with them, you know, I've been like, hey, like it's been a week, just checking in with you. I want to support you. I even say like, I know your goals are to like really turn up your legs, and I'd love to help support you on that journey, whatever, and it's still like no response, and I can see they get it. I will put like a month or like a couple of days, whatever I feel for that person. I'll be like, follow up with in June. And then when June comes, I will filter it all out. So I only see the people that I was going to follow up in for June. And then I know, I'm like, okay, you know what? It's been 3 months. I'm going to bug this person again. But at the same time, I need to be like, you know what? If she's not going to respond to me, she's not ready. You know, maybe she's busy. Maybe life happens. I get it. You guys get it. Like we all get it. Life happens. And maybe she doesn't have the money and she doesn't want to tell you and she feels awkward, or, I mean, there could be a million reasons. So give people grace and give people time, but don't lose people. That's the key, you know? And I'm not telling you to send someone 8 messages if they really haven't responded. Like, I think at some point I have sent people like 6 messages and I'm like, okay, like I'm not giving up on you, but like I literally can't send you any more messages. Like I am a stalker at this point. But at the same time, I don't know if you guys listened to the National Wake Up Call, but she mentioned, I think it was this week, she said 3 words that are the death of any Beachbody coach. Let me know. Let me know. And that's exactly what you just said, Hannah. Like, I'm here when you need me. Like, that is the worst. No, don't ever say that to anyone, because they will never let you know. Like 1 out of every 10 people, not even like 100 people, will actually let you know. Like, no one will ever let you know. You need to ask them a question. Like, are you ready to dive in with me? Like, are you ready to take the dive? Or this is what I've been saying at the end, and I think it's been really getting people with me. Is like, are you ready to dive in? Can you just go out on a limb and trust me on this one? Would you be willing to dive in? You know what I mean? Just telling people, like, giving people a really strong, like, verb to like get them in. Because I've said things like, what do you think? Or like, just let me know. Like, do you think you'd like that? Just things that are kind of fluffy. I think it's easier for someone to be like, eh. But even like, I'd rather have someone respond to me and say, no, thanks. Like, I'm good. Than say nothing at all, you know? And I think that kind of direct, like, are you ready to do this with me or no? is like really helpful to get people responding.
I like that. I like that a lot. I don't want to, like, I might use yours for a little bit, but I know once I start using that word, I'll find my own word.
Right. Of course. I mean, it's a generic word. It's not very like.
It's all yours, Rachel.
Okay. So yeah. So anything else, I mean, about like what's going well, what's not going well, or does that pretty much, I think that's pretty good.
Also, was it last team call that we had with Jillian? And she said the words like saying like, this is what I would do if I were you, or like, were you on that call, Rach?
No, I was in Florida.
No, that's right.
I was.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? How like, if people
like with the pediatrician, right?
Yes, yeah. And she talked about like how when she's looking for advice from someone, she doesn't want someone to be like, well, you could do this, you could do that, like, or you could pick hammer and chisel, or you could pick 21-day fix. No, she wants a doctor to tell you exactly what you should do. Like we should be coaches and we should be guiding the challengers and saying exactly what they should do. So last night I tried it. I was like, if I were you with your goals and what you want to accomplish, I would pick this program. And they're like, do whatever you think is right. I trust you. And I was like, trust me? Like, what? Okay. So like, that was pretty cool. And I was like, I'm definitely going to use that. So I'm going to keep trying that, see if that works.
Well, I think that's good too, because I know I get wrapped up in like, well, I want to give them the choice because there's so many great programs. But then I think,
choice.
yeah, but I'm like, I had no idea. I knew, I heard of the 21 Day Fix, and I had done T25. That was it. And I did, like, I remembered after, I was like, oh, I've done Insanity. Like, oh yeah, I've done that. But I didn't really know anything about them. Like, I wanted Jillian, and she did say to me, she was like, I think Paya would be the best fit for you. You know, she worded it differently, but still, same idea. And I was like, okay, like, I don't know. And I loved it because she knew my goals. She had an interest in who I was, and she had listened to what I said. You know what I mean? I said I wanted to do more yoga and stretching, and I don't like high impact workouts. So she's like, yeah, this is the program for you. And what else was I going to say? I was like, yeah, of course. So you put yourself back in your mindset, and you can say to someone too, like, that's a good line too. Like, I know when I was starting this, I had no idea. There were so many things to choose from. So if I were you with your goals, this is what I would do. Exactly what you just said. I think that's awesome. Love it.
Yeah, I like that one. I think, like, I was talking to Hannah earlier about stuff, and patience has probably been, like, my biggest thing. Like, I was kind of, like, posting, and then I was like, oh, I'm not getting anything out of it. Like, this is stupid. Like, I can't do this. Like, so I was, and then I just, like, talked myself into, like, not doing it. And then I was like, no, like, you literally can do this. Like, just suck it up and do it. Like, it's not going to happen overnight. Who cares how long it takes? Like, you can do it, though. So now I'm kind of in the process of, like, just building that part back up. And, like, my biggest thing is, like, trying to be consistent with it. Like, when it comes to the weekend, I feel like is when I'm kind of like, ugh.
For yourself, or like you're posting in your work?
That, like, myself. Yeah.
Right. Oh, it's absolutely hard. But, like, the weekends, give yourself time and space too. Like, know that you're not going to be perfect on the weekends every single weekend, and that's fine, you know. But, like, what are you going to pick? Are you going to, if you know you're going out Saturday night, don't have 8 donuts in the morning. Rachel, I'm talking to myself saying that. Like, if you know you're going to drink wine, you know, and you're going to go out to eat, try to make your morning the best you can and make sure you get your workout in, drink your shake. And it's life, you know, so don't get too down on yourself, but try to focus on the areas that you need to focus in on. Know yourself, you know, know your schedule as best you can, and do your best. But with your posting, what's hard is that sometimes it's like 3 people like my post. Like, I spent an hour typing this. Like, but, and I know we all do it, but literally I spend so much time typing posts. But anyways, not the point. But seriously, it's the consistency that that's how people gain their trust. It's like, oh, Amanda posts every day, because the more you post, the more it's going to show up on their feed. But every single one of your posts isn't going to show up on their feed, you know? So it's like, well, I'm only going to post like twice a week because really that's the only time I get engagement. But the truth to the matter is, those 2 times a week, people are never going to see them because they're not showing up on their feed. So as much as sometimes it feels like it's not doing anything, it's not working, you're planting seeds. You're planting seeds for the future with people, with your conversations, when people start ghosting you, or when people say no, or when people don't respond to your posts and it feels like, you know, no one's watching. You're planting the seeds to then be like, look, like, I struggle. It's hard for me to be consistent, but I show up. And I think you should too, because you deserve it, you know, and then people will trust you because they've seen you be consistent. And that doesn't make you, like, you don't have to be perfect. Like, I had a shit day. I'm not going to lie. One of my students drew a picture of setting the school on fire, and I'm pretty sure it was me outside the building bloody. So, like, I had a crap day. And I think I have an ear infection, so I've been putting, like, hot salt on me, or, like, total crap day. But honestly, I'm like, okay. And I wrote a post about it. I'm like, old me, Netflix, pizza, like anything, whatever I can get in. What happens out of that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like crap. What do I do now? What am I going to do differently? I'm not going to lie. I had a little bit of ice cream after dinner, you know, because I'm human and I wanted ice cream. But then I got down on my mat and I was like, okay, I got 30 minutes to bust this out before our call. And I showed up, you know? So be authentic and give yourself time and space to be yourself and be human. Like, you are a human. You're a coach. Absolutely. And you should be pushing yourself and reaching those goals, but you're also human. So don't get too, like, I need to be perfect, you know? I'm the queen of that.
Was that my favorite student?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That's scary.
He didn't earn Lego time today.
No.
That's why he was upset. Anyway. Okay. So before we run out of time, because at some point soon it's going to give me the 10-minute warning. I wanted to, I think. Anyways, I've been recording. This is going to be a beauty of a call for someone to watch later. But I wanted to talk quickly about the challenge group that we have coming up next month. And I think I haven't decided because I wanted to get your input. But I wanted to try, instead of doing it in the challenge app, even though I originally kind of thought that was where I wanted to go, but just to make it easiest if we're all going to coach it kind of together, I think it would be easiest to do it on a Facebook group. What are your thoughts or feelings about that?
I think you're right. Like, I think it would be easier to do it in a Facebook group. I don't know how my, like, regulars would like that. Like, I don't know if that means I would just keep, I mean, I could ask them. Maybe they won't mind because they really like the app. And they've been with me since, like, November on the app. Like, I don't know. Amanda, you're in the group. Like, how do you think they would feel about?
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of feel like the app gets them to actually post.
I know. But here's my thing. This is why I was thinking we could maybe try to get some more engagement on Facebook. There might be more people, hopefully, in a group than one of our groups by itself, for one. And for two, I figured the way we could schedule it, and depending, I don't know if I told Marissa about it. I think I need to reach out to her and remind myself. And I know Michelle wanted to help too. But, like, we could go through and he said hello.
Oh.
We could go through and, like, either 3 times a week or, like, once a week go live with go live, like, at, like, say I do the first week, like, I'm gonna go live, like, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and be like, hey, this week's focus is on blah blah, because that's what I'm passionate about as a coach. And Amanda, your week focus could be on, like, water, and this is gonna tell, you know what I mean, and be, like, go live as well as doing, like, posts to kind of get more engagement. I don't know. That was just my thought process, because I'd love to do that in the app, but you can't go live in the app. You can post YouTube videos, but then it's one person posting. You can't post, like, there can't be multiple coaches.
Oh, okay.
I say let's go for it because it does make more sense. Mm-hmm. And I think my 3 regulars will just have to suck it up. Because, like, they're going to want to be – they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine.
I think those –
What's that, Amanda? Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think they'll still, like, do it and, like, participate.
I think so, too, because they're so good at participating anyway.
Yeah.
Right. I think challenge them to be leaders. Be like, you guys are, like, my 3, like, most accountable people. Be honest with them. Be like, I'm nervous about switching you over to Facebook because you guys are just rock stars in this group on the app. But I think you could inspire so many other people in this Facebook group. Yeah, write it down. Quote.
Yep.
You could inspire so many other people to have the motivation to get them to get their acts together, basically, to really, you know, keep them accountable and motivate them, you know.
I do.
They know, like, how the challenge group runs and stuff. So if I have those couple of people that haven't done it before and we go into Facebook, they see your people posting, Hannah, they're going to, I think my people would post.
That's true.
That now that, like, other, because I think, like, when I did my water challenge, no one would post at first. Like, everyone felt really weird. And then my best friend Bianca was like, okay, I'll just do it. Like, she's always kind of, like, the first one to just do it. And then other people would follow after that.
Right, exactly. It takes one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I'm running a challenge group right now with myself. Like, I'm pretty sure no one else is. Fine.
Wait, in the app?
Oh, yeah, and I'm posting every day. I'm like, forget. But I'm pretty sure. Well, I added, like, a couple people I had sold challenge packs to. But, like, one of them was like, oh, I've been so busy. I haven't checked my email. And then the other one was like, I didn't get it. It wouldn't let me go onto the app. So I'm, like, trying to resend it to her. And then, you know, Michelle's been busy and she's in the group. But she's been, you know, she's switching jobs. So I know she's pretty busy, too. So I'm just like, I'll just, like, do it on my own. Like, whatever. So I'm, like, pretty sure I'm by myself. But anyways, in other news. But, yeah, I think it'd be good. And I think it'd be cool. And I mean, we don't have to sit down and figure it out tonight. I don't know if you guys just want me to do it. Like, I don't mind doing it, but I don't want to be like, this is what we're doing. But if you want me to, like, come up with a schedule and then we can all kind of pick, like, a focus on for our week, whether it's, like, personal development or you have something specific you want to talk about, a specific struggle you had or a specific program that you love. Like, I don't know. We can kind of just wing it, but I can assign like weeks to people, and I need to check in with Marissa and then make sure Michelle wants to help us out too. And then, I mean, a 4-week group, 4-ish coaches. We'll see.
I think it would be just easier if you just gave us a time frame. If you don't mind doing that, like give us a time frame for us to plan around.
Okay.
And then we can just take it. Because I think that's just easiest just for us to just do that.
So my next question is, should I say like, or should we as a group say, okay, you go live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or when it's your week, like kind of like Jillian's doing in the team page, should you just kind of like do your own thing? What do you guys think? I don't think it needs to be like, you need to go live like 3 times or whatever, but.
I feel like there's got to be just a little bit of structure, like a little bit of planning. So
like guidelines.
So we know that like the coach will show up. Like, no, I don't have any doubts with anyone showing up, but like, yeah, just to make sure like there is a little plan. So like, just in case something does happen, like you still have a plan. Like, cause life does do crazy things, but it's just good to have like a little bit of like guidelines.
Right. So a couple other things I have then. So the coach, well, here's one separate thing. If we're going to do it on Facebook, do we want someone to post like a nightly, almost like I was doing, and I don't know if you did it in your group, Hannah, your clean eating group, at the end of the day, have everyone check in since they can't log their shakes and their workouts, have everyone do like a drill down like we've been doing in our messages, like, okay, what workout did you do? What kind of shake did you drink? And what personal development did you get in today? Like just those 3 things, and they have to comment like on a picture or like on a post or something. What do you guys think? Or like, do we have 2 posts a day? So like you post a focus for the day, and maybe later in the day you go live, and then at like 5 you post like a picture and it's like, hey, drop your drill down or whatever. Like, what do you guys, how would you kind of
when I did my water challenge, I did like a post for the day, and then like towards like the end of the night, I did like 2 hours before bed was kind of like when you should log your water. Like that's when you call the end of your day so that you weren't peeing all night. But so I would post at like 9:00 being like, this is how many ounces I drank today, drop yours below. And then people would just write their number of ounces.
Right.
And that was
almost like how we're doing the gratitude, like in the team page.
Yeah, it's like that.
So it would go ahead, Han.
And I think it's a lot of challengers will enjoy like almost like waking up or like having a morning like message or like thing in the morning, and then at night definitely like wrapping up your day or like summarizing your day.
Right. So we'll have a post in the morning and then an accountability post at like 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even if they haven't done their workouts yet, 'cause some people are laters, like you can be like, I'm going to do my workout. Like,
right. Okay. So we have about 10 minutes left, which is plenty of time. So a post in the morning, like a focus post, and then an accountability post at night. And like, yeah, if they're like, yeah, I'm currently reading whatever, like who cares, whatever they're doing. So, okay, next question is like, do we want one person, like say me, posting every single morning post, or if you're the coach for the week, are you doing everything? Or like maybe me post each accountability post, or is like the coach, you know what I mean? Because I could schedule it through like Postcron or whatever and have each accountability post be like similar. So it's like, okay, drop your daily check-in, whatever. Or does it want to be, should we have it be specific to that coach?
I want less work for you because we're like, but I like the consistency of like the drill down post being similar.
Right.
So it's like consistent every day so people see it and they know.
Right.
But,
and that's what I was kind of thinking, like in the app, you log the same thing every day. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, if you know like every day this thing and this is what's happening, it's not a lot of work for me. It'll take like 15 minutes to schedule it all. Like, not a big deal. But I don't want you guys to feel like I'm doing this because like it's me. Like that's not at all like the route I want to take. I want it to be the most successful for us and the most successful for the people who are in it. So if you guys think it would work better if it was more consistent, I totally don't mind. But if you think that it should be kind of up to the coach of the week, I don't care.
I think the drill down post should be consistent, but I think the morning thing should be the coach of the week because that's gonna be consistent for that week.
Right. So the responsibility of the coach of the week would really just be the post in the morning. And then if they feel like they should be going live, either like midway through the week or like whatever.
I also don't know if us as coaches just want to comment on our challengers, like make sure that every challenger gets like a response or a comment back, or if the coach of the week should be responsible for making sure that everyone gets a comment back or response.
Right. So that's a good point. That's what I was going to kind of talk about next, because I think me as a coach, I'm going to definitely want to be connecting with my personal challengers. But at the same time, like if I see something that your challenger posts that's really cool, or I feel really inspired by or something, I'm going to be like, hey girl, like you're killing it. You know what I mean? I don't want them to feel like, okay, only Hannah's going to like comment on my stuff. So I feel like maybe if you're the coach of the week, you need to be extra diligent about making sure that every single challenger has a comment, like someone has gotten back to them. Like say, God forbid, like I'm at work or like something happens with me and one of my challengers posts something and no one says anything, but she sees everyone else has a comment from you and Amanda and Marissa or Michelle. And it's like, she's going to be like, well, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So maybe if it's your week, you just need to make sure at the end of the night that everyone has been responded to. And then feel free to comment as much as you want on other people. Yeah. So that's like, so the big responsibilities are posting in the morning and then checking on the challengers or just going through the feed at the end of the night to see if you missed anything.
Yep.
Or like if someone asked a question, like answering that and then maybe going live. Okay. I think that's good. So I can come up with like a schedule. Anyone have a preference?
Like what week?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I'll figure out something. Not a big deal. And I'll check in with Michelle and Marissa. And yeah. Anything else? That's 6 minutes.
Can I toot my own horn for a hot second?
Please. Oh, let's do some verbal recognition.
Got my emerald back and his Success Club 5.
Oh my God. Yay. Those are both your goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Okay, Amanda, where are you with your goals? Hear it.
Just kidding. No, I am not close, I guess. But I was thinking about it today, and since today is the last day of the month, and I only had one Success Club point. Next month, though, if Tabby was to get her thing, that'd be 2 points because On Demand's going down to 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge pack? Okay. And then Shakeology's going up to 2 points, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then Jess Geis buys Shakeology every month. So that would be 4 points right there. And then I'm talking to 2 other people who are interested. So I kind of feel like this month wasn't the month, but I really have a feeling that March is going to be the month.
Okay, so yeah, maybe you didn't like hit the goals that you specifically set out for, but you helped one person?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That is amazing. That is to be celebrated. I didn't hit my goals either. Like, it sucked. Well, I did hit one goal, but I wanted to get my diamond back, and I did not.
I was going to say, Rachel, you had an awesome month.
I did, but I'm super bummed because I really wanted to get my diamond back. But, like, it's not the right time, not the right place for other people, and that's fine. And I just love hearing that you guys are talking to so many people and you guys are working so hard, and it's amazing, and I love it. So, Amanda, we're celebrating. We're celebrating our victories, whether they're big or small, okay? So be proud of yourself. Be proud of what you've accomplished, and you have bigger goals for next month. You know what I mean? So that's what you're going to accomplish next month. And
Exactly.
Focus on the people. People.
And not that it's about, like, like trying to get people to buy things, which it kind of is, but kind of not. So next month is people get their taxes back. And it's like, I have tons of people that said, wait till March, wait till I get my taxes back. And like, that's just I think it's going to be a good month. Because people are going to have a little bit more cash to burn, and they're going to be like, okay, I'm ready to do this now that I have the extra $100, $150 now.
Right. Exactly. Also, did we think of a name for the challenge group?
I thought Amanda had a good one.
Yeah, she did, but I forgot. What is it?
I have a couple. I have wrote them down. Hold on.
Thank goodness.
She came up with our team cup name too, right?
No, we're just gonna name you the designated namer.
Don't do that because that puts the pressure on me, and then I probably won't be able to come up with anything.
Okay, no pressure. I can buy it.
Spring into a new you, spring shape up, March makeover, spring clean your body. And you said you liked March makeover, right?
Oh yes, that was one that I liked.
Okay.
I also like the spring into a new you.
I like that too.
Yeah, I like those two the best.
I found them online, so I wish I could say that I actually came up with them.
That's okay. Who cares?
I'm still impressed.
Okay, spring into a March makeover.
Yeah.
I don't care. Either one. I like either one of those.
I don't care either.
Does it go into April? Yes. So let's say spring because it's half April.
We'll get into spring.
Too.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Spring into a new you.
Yes.
Love it. Okay. I'm going to let you guys go.
Okay. This was the highlight of my day.
I love you guys so much.
Sorry, come
Hey,
on.
can you come take a picture? Jimmy's going to take a picture of us.
Yay.
Oh, Jimmy was going to take a picture anyways.
Oh, that was so nice.
Hurry, we only have a minute!
Ah!
Okay, so smile. Wait, get out of the Laura, where are you?
Actually, my room, I did.
Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
I think I got a
Okay. I look like a twird, but that's okay. I love you guys. Okay. Nice job. I'm so proud of you guys for showing up this whole month and here tonight, and I just love you.
Love you.
Amazing.
Bye.
Bye.